Hey guys, your humble host, or Kayla if you want. Today I wanted to do something a bit different, something kind of fun. Anyway, as you know, I follow a lot of people online, and that's not just YouTube content creators, but I also follow a lot of artists here on YouTube. I follow a few authors, and one of the things I wanted to show you today was one of the online comics that I follow, and I've been following this particular one for quite a while. I discovered it on DeviantArt when I still had an account. The author of the comic is Tracy Butler. She's a very, very high-grade artist and does her work quite well. The name of her comic is Lackadaisy. So I want to go through just a bit and show you her website, show you some of the characters, show you some of my favorites, as well as show you how the comic pages look. She does not shirk on the quality, and each page does take a bit of time, but is very much worth the wait. I also want to show you her store afterwards. So with that, Lackadaisy. Now, as you can see, this is the character area of her website. She has many, many characters. Each have their own personality, and I do believe each to be very well done. Even if it's a side character, even if it's a character that has a smaller role, each character stands out in their own merit. Now, one of my favorite characters is Mordecai. Now, he's part of a group called the Marigolds. Just to give a little bit of a background into this comic, and I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to do that. But what this comic entails is it's during the Prohibition era of the United States. And for those of you who do not know what that means, during a time here in the US, and I don't have the exact year, so please forgive me, but during that time it was illegal to buy, sell, make, or drink alcohol. And this lasted for, I believe, a small time before they made alcohol legal again. Well, in this comic you have two groups called Lackadaisy and the Marigolds. And what they do is both groups sell alcohol underground, and they fight for territory to do so, whether it be fighting over who gets to buy from who gets to distribute where, so they're constantly butting heads. Now, one of my favorite characters, as you can see, is Mordecai Heller. He's of the Marigolds. He's what's considered to be the quote-unquote bookkeeper, but he's very much deadly in his own right. Very sinister, very cold, very much lacks emotion. He almost has like a deadpan humor to him, without doing it on purpose, if that makes sense. Now, one of the funny things about Mordecai is he likes his own space. He does not like his clothes to be ruffled. He does not like to be touched at all. And there's one funny little comic where he loses his cufflinks, and him and his companion are talking about a situation because they just took out an entire bar. There's like bloodshed everywhere. It's not gory, but it does show a little bit of blood, and there's a lot of gunfight, so if you're into that sort of thing, I would recommend this comic. But they're sitting there, and Mordecai is trying to find the right words. So he goes through a series of words causing his companion to look at him funny, and he has no emotion about what happened. He's nonchalant, and suddenly flips out when he realizes that the cufflinks out of his sleeve are gone. So he doesn't care pretty much about what happens around him. He's kind of disconnected, and it shows in a very funny way. But if his clothing or something of his is out of place, he will flip his crap, and is so great. It just, the way that she portrays this character is awesome. I like his design, very sharp, very much to the point, but at the same time a total spaz when something is out of line. Now the next character, Ricca, this guy is a total nut job, and I swear he's almost a walking zombie sometimes, because he can go through some of the worst hell, like constantly get knocked upside the head, gets tossed around, and he will get right back up. A little bit dazed and dizzy, but he gets back up. He's part of Lackadaisy, and he is one of the night runners where he picks up alcohol from the people that they're buying it from. He brings it back and pretty much runs all these different errands. He's quite known for causing trouble and getting himself and whoever is with him into a lot of mischief. Like I said, he's a total nutball. You whack him, he's going to get right back up. Maybe a little bit zombified, but he will get right back up. He's a fun character, though. He has a little cousin with him that has a hidden dark side. Now, a little bit background about Calvin, or nicknamed Freckle, is, as the comic goes, he's being raised in a very strict religious house by his mom. And we all know the cliche, the trope, anybody who's brought up in a strict religious home, a lot of them flip. So that's very much the case with Calvin. He has a hidden excitement for gunfighting, for getting into trouble, and Rocky is more than happy to bring Calvin along. And you will see that throughout the comic. Now, another fun character that I really like, and she's another crazy, or who I consider to be another crazy character, is Sarafine Savoy. She's considered to be a big gun of the Marigold. She does carry the biggest gun in the Marigold group. She's very much into voodoo and the spirits. And no, that's not me being prejudiced or anything like that. That's her character. She's very much into the talking of spirits. She believes in the spirits. Her and her brother grew up in, I believe, the Louisiana swamp. She grew up in a swampy area, and she talks about in the comic constantly being guided by crocodile or alligator spirit, and Mordecai gets marked with this thing, and so she's in a way kind of creepy, but at the same time it's kind of funny because any character that she pretty much comes across, she scares the living hell out of, and it's just by talking, it's just by the way that her expressions are. It's kind of like that evil grin. But she's another fun character and very much enjoyable. Her design's very pretty, and I'll show you some of the illustrations. She has some really good illustrations of Sarafine in here. But those are some of my favorite characters. I could show you a few more, but would be here all day. So we're going to move on to the gallery. Now, what's fun about the gallery is she sometimes draws her characters in human form. And then she also has the older looks to the characters. Anyone who's had a set of characters for a really long time knows that their characters will change. The style will kind of morph a little bit differently from where it originally was. And you can see that in her gallery section of her comics. Now, one of my favorite pieces, and this is quite old, is here's the human version of Sarafine. Like I said, she has drawn her characters in human form, and as you can see, she's very much into detail. You could see the individual loopholes of the jewel, you can see the texture of the claws. I mean, look at this lace right here, man. Her artwork is very high quality, and it's very much worth the wait. The shine on the glass, the logo of the bottle, I mean, oh my gosh, when I first saw her artwork, I was just in awe of it. Just in awe. It's very beautiful to look at. I'm going to show you one more gallery piece, and then we're going to move on to the store. Let me see, what's another good one? Ah, here we go. I'll show you this one. Alright, once again, this is of a Mordecai, and as you can see, the texture on the gun, the texture of the fur, even the design on the button-up vest. It's beautiful. It puts my artwork very much to shame, and I do believe Tracy has a college background. I do know that she has shown in her streams, and she's talked about it, where she has gone through St. Louis to study the architecture of the state, and so she's traveled around and studied various buildings, various environments, and it very much shows. So, like, for example, and I don't exactly know where this is at, but she has one house that she came across in St. Louis, and this exact house made it into the comics. So, like I said, she takes her time, very much so, and it's well worth the wait. And I will show you real quick while we're here, I will show you a comic page. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not even going to explain what's going on. I just want to show you the quality of the comic pages, because this is every page you get the exact same quality. She does not skimp out. The pages do take some time, as these pages have a lot of intricate detail and coloring to them, so it is very much worth the wait. And I don't want to spend too much on the page because I don't want to spoil it. So if you want to know what exactly is happening, you have to go read it. Anyway, we're going to move on to the store. Now, this is one artist that I have actually put money towards, and I believe it's very much worth it. She has put out 2 comic books, Volume 1, Volume 2. Third one she's still working on. She just started Volume 3 a while back. But yeah, she sells art pieces on here as well. And once again, there's that high quality, the texture, the lighting. She does not skimp out on anything. Now, unfortunately, I am not able to show you my own comic books because my camera quality is crap. So I am unable to show you the comic books I have, but they're very well done. The splash art on them is very well done. Here's Calvin. I've never seen this one before. Matted and framed. Fuzzbomb. Like I said, Calvin's a fun character. So I do believe that her stuff is very much decently priced. Let me see if I can actually locate... Oh, you know what? Let me go back. The comics on here. Okay, so this, I have Volume 2 with exact cover. Once again, there's that detail, and I wish I had a better camera because I'd show you mine close. But yeah, my Volume 2 has this cover on it. And anything that you get from her store comes very well wrapped. Comes within the time that she says it will. Now, she's had a few hiccups in the past due to poor manufacturers, but I do believe she has cleared everything up on that end. So anything that you get from the store does come within a decent amount of time. It comes well wrapped, it comes well packaged, and very well protected. So I would recommend, if you are comic book lovers, if you are into anthropomorphic cats, gun shooting, just the old style from back then. Like I said, her comic is dated during the time of the Prohibition. I would recommend giving this a read and a look at, and possibly your support. Now, she does have a Patreon, and she also does have a YouTube channel, and I will put all those links in the description as well. So, with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope this was a fun video for you guys. Something new, something different. And if you like this type of video, let me know. I do follow 2 other comics online that I could show you if you want, but put your comments below, and if you guys really liked it, I will go ahead and show you the other 2. With that being said, I will end it here. You guys have a good night, day, whatever time it is, and I will see you in the next video.